Auzubillahi Rahmanir Rahim. I will call on Mr. Patrick Gomez to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawmun lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ardi. Man dhal ladzi yashfa'u 'indahu illa bi'iznihi ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum. ولا يأتون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسي السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من شر النساء ومن شر الشياطين وسلطان الله. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God our Father, guide and protect us, bless us as a country, and please protect our families so that we will be blessed in the name of the Lord. Amen.
Thank you. Can we have the register call in the witness? Mr. Bojan, can you please check the register?
Good morning, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Fatajo.
Morning, ma'am.
You are welcome back.
Thank you.
And Council, can we please proceed?
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Good morning to all the commissioners, Honorable Secretary. Mr. Fatajo, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, we will be proceeding from where we stopped on Thursday. Do you follow?
Yes.
And you are speaking in the English language, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, in relation to your businesses, you had told us you have you have a business you operated before.
Yes.
Can you please tell us about that?
I'm still I'm still operating it.
Okay. Please give us information about the business.
I started the business in 2008 when
2008.
when I obtained a loan from council
Please proceed.
amounting to $120,000.
Please speak into the microphone and may we hear you clearly.
Yes. Amounting to $120,000.
Yes.
I bought a vehicle at 70,000.
Yes.
Then the remaining 50,000 I started the business.
And what kind of business is this?
Timber selling.
Timber selling. That's since 2008.
Yes.
Do you have a business account?
Do I have?
A business account?
No, no, no. I have only personal account. Because it's a sole proprietorship.
It is what?
It's a sole proprietorship.
But that doesn't mean you cannot have a business account.
No, actually, I don't open business account.
So how can anyone differentiate the money that you generate from the business and your own personal monies?
Well, what I have in my accounts proceeds from my business, except the salaries the council is paying me. And sometimes I do have assistance from my brothers, because I could remember in 2012, I asked for a help and they sent me some money to expand the business.
That's in 2012. 2012.
Huh?
That is in 2012.
2012, yes.
And how much was sent?
Actually, I don't know the exact amount because they were in bits and pieces.
In bits and pieces?
Yes.
How much did you ask for?
Well, I asked them to help me, so they started sending me. I have the receipts with me.
How many accounts do you have?
I have two.
Please tell us the accounts.
That's the Trust Bank and Ajib Bank.
Now, you work as a licensed manager.
Yes, sir.
When were you promoted to this position?
That's what, 2008.
And you've been holding that position to date?
Yeah, in 2010, I was moved to market for, I think, 3 or 4 months, then back to Lansings. Then in 2000 unit, 6 months.
Yes.
Then 2016, I was recalled back to Lansings as manager.
How about 2018? Where were you in 2018?
I was in Lansing.
License.
Yeah.
Were you ever redeployed?
No. From,
You were
20,
there-
from,
you were-
from 2018.
You were there as license manager.
Yes, sir.
Do you conduct, or do you know whether council will conduct a license assessment in a given year?
Yeah, we do assess together with my collectors, because normally at the end of every year, we divide the municipality into zones based on the,
How many zones?
right now we have 26 zones,
Please proceed.
because the zoning is based on the number of available collectors in a given year. So this year we have 26 collectors. We divided the municipality into 26 zones.
Yes. So once you divide your collectors into zones,
So
then what do you do?
every collector will be given an area to be issuing, to be assessing and issuing invoice, together with the supervisor and my humble self and my assistant.
Are these recorded?
Yes, we do.
How do they record this information?
We record it in Excel form.
Excel form
But
for every
yes,
year.
Yeah, every year.
And naturally the number will increase every year.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have this information?
Yes, but
From-
it's not
from
available.
2018?
It's not available with me here.
But can you produce it?
Yes, I can.
So we will need you to produce the information from 2018. Yes, to date, from 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, so in 2018, how were they collecting license fees? Were they paid to the bank, or to the cashier, or to the relevant collectors?
I could remember 2018 they were paying it to the cashier, the receiving cashiers, up to 2019 when they were asked to be paying it to the bank.
So from 2018 to 2019, they were paying to the receiving cashier.
Yes,
You mean the collectors?
yes, collectors.
They will keep a cash book, would they? Do they keep a cash book?
Yeah, they do keep cash books.
And what is your role as a manager?
I coordinate their activities, prepare weekly, monthly, and annual report on the revenue collection.
Do you have this information? Do you have this?
I have some, but
You
not
said
all.
weekly,
Weekly,
monthly.
monthly, and
annual.
Annual, yes.
Do you have this data?
Yes, I have some, but not all.
What do you not have?
I have for daily, monthly from 2018 to 2021.
What happened in 2022 and 2023?
Actually, I was trying to print them, but maybe due to circumstances, I could not print them.
No, not now. If you can produce
No,
it.
of course, I can produce them.
So you can produce the weekly, monthly, and yearly reports from 2018 to date.
Yes.
Please write that down. You will request that you produce this information.
Find out. You said you have some with you here.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
That is what he said. Yes, he can present what he has, then you can go through and see what he does.
Thank you. Mr. Fatajo, can you please produce the reports that you have currently in your possession?
Yes. This is 2022.
This is from 2018 to
2022.
for monthly.
Monthly, yeah.
You have any other?
Yeah, this is the budget and zones allocation from 2018 to 2020.
Please come again. Speak into the microphone, please.
The budget and the zones allocation,
Yes.
because I allocate zone to collectors every year, from 2018 to 2024.
All right.
Yes.
Is that all for now?
Yes, except for because the Madam Chair asked for my original employment.
Yes.
These are the 3 original documents I have for my employment and promotion.
Is that all, sir?
Yeah, for the original. Because I have all the duplicate, but unfortunately, the original of some of my promotions are missing. I cannot trace them.
We apply to tender the following documents. But the promotion is original. But how about the acting trade license manager promotion? Is that
The original?
is this an original? This is a photocopy.
Is that not an original?
Well,
if it is a photocopy, maybe it's a mistake. Then I could not trace the original.
Looks like a photocopy, but then I will show them,
Okay.
show the commissioners.
Okay, sir.
And your offer of appointment as well. Is that supposed to be an original?
No, that's original.
Yes. The following documents. The first is the offer of appointment to Kemo Fatajo. The date is 15th of June 1999. Signed by Ibrahim D. Jobate for the municipal clerk, is the original document of the one that was tendered. A promotion letter addressed to the witness, 29th of March 2004, signed by Ibrahim D. Jobate, Director of Administration. And a letter with the heading Acting Trade License Manager, 24th of April 2006, addressed to the witness Kemo Fatajo, signed by Dua O. Jata for the Chief Executive Officer, into evidence as an exhibit. We have the following documents as well. The 2018 budget and zones allocation, the trade license collection for the month of February 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, all into evidence as exhibit.
Mr. Fatajo, the offer of appointment, is it the original or a photocopy?
That must be the original.
This is the original.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. I gave you the photocopy on Thursday. So this is the original.
Yes, Council, we have admitted these documents.
Yes.
So we just need to compare this
Yes.
with the copies we have admitted and return the originals to him.
Yes, Honorable Chairperson.
Yes. So we will compare these originals
Okay, madam.
with the copies we have admitted in evidence.
Okay, madam.
We will return this to you
Okay.
after certifying that they are the true copies that you have presented to us.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Fatajo, we will return the 2024 budget and zone allocation
Yes.
because this is not within our mandate.
Okay.
We will retain 2023,
3, okay.
which we will have to look at up to January 31st.
Okay.
The trade license collection for the month of February 2018
Should be
to 2022 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and these monthly collection reports are marked as LGC/KFF/KMC/003.
As the Commission places.
No, I have one more to admit. The budget and zone allocations covering the period 2018 to 2023 are admitted in a bundle as an exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/KFF/KMC/004.
As the Commission places. Now, just for you to shed light on the budget, what is the budget allocation for or about?
Normally, every year, the finance department, headed by the director of finance, will prepare an estimate budget of the revenue within the municipality and give it to us. Then when this amount is given to us, we will then distribute it among the number of zones we have within the municipality and work towards it from January to December.
Okay, so that is the expectation.
Yeah.
That is the amount, the monies that you are expected to generate from every zone or area. Is that correct?
Exactly, yes.
Madam Chair, may I please respectfully have the
Yes.
budget so that I understand what the witness is trying to say.
Register, please hand over this, and then we just.
So I have the budget here, the
Yes.
2018 budget and zones allocation.
Yes.
So you have, for instance,
Register.
Industry 1,
Yes.
Modu Buso. What is Industry 1?
You know, when you talk of industry, this is referring to specific businesses within the municipality, especially the big ones.
Go ahead, please proceed.
Yeah, because most people assume that when you say industry, we are referring to a particular area, not an area, but number of businesses. Because that's where we have the cream of our revenue. So most of the time, we give it to an experienced collector to make sure that we get this revenue before the end of the year.
And
So,
go ahead, proceed,
yeah,
please.
we were on this up to 2000, I think 2019 or 2020
Yes.
or 21. Then external audit came with a query that an individual cannot be in a particular area for more than a year or two.
Yes.
So then my director asked me to change the system by allowing collectors to collect from any business they come across within their given zone.
That
So
was
then
in 2021.
Yeah, if my memory could serve me well.
Now, was that effective? Did the collection go up or down?
No, it goes up.
It went up.
Yeah,
So-
actually, when you come to trade lands and revenue collection, year in, year out, the revenue goes up.
Okay, all right. But what I mean is, based on the recommendation of the external auditor,
Yeah.
did that help in increasing the
it-
revenue?
It helps, it helps, actually.
So what were the lapses then? What did you learn from the past based on the recommendation? They had said don't allow one collector to just be in one area for long, especially Industry 1, for instance, as an example.
Yeah.
And then you've abided by the recommendations and you realize that there's a significant, do I say significant increase in revenue collection?
Yeah, of course you can say significant, because if you have 1 to 3 million difference,
Yes.
it's significant.
And why do you think there was this increase?
Well, maybe it's based mainly on the number of businesses coming up. Because to be honest with you, K.M.C is experiencing a lot of new businesses year in, year out.
Yes.
Because although the tariff remains the same, but most of the time, an individual license can be increased, charges can be increased based on an increment in the stock. So if you have a stock value of 100,000 this year, you pay, let's say, 20,000. By next year, even if you have 105,000, you don't expect to pay the same 20,000. At least there will be an increment.
All right. So when you have these zone allocations in relation to the budget, and the saying is, for instance, Industry 1, the 2018 budget, the yearly budget is $14,440,000. This is what is expected for this area to generate. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And what will inform this information, this particular amount? What does the Director of Finances Office look into? Is it the assessment you would have conducted?
No.
What do they look into in arriving?
That one I can't tell. It's only finance who can tell you what they look into to determine how much a zone should bring.
But you are giving the information.
It's just an estimate, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but something must inform the estimate. They must work with a certain set of data.
Yeah, sometimes they look at our previous collection, what was collected last year from that particular area.
And that's what they will use to have this projection, these estimates.
Yeah.
Any question regarding this?
Yes. Mr. Fatajo, as the manager for trade license,
Yes, ma'am.
you have told us that the collectors do assessment,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So my understanding is that it is your projection as to the budget would be informed by the assessment that has been done, because the assessment would tell you how many businesses have been increased, because you already have the data for the previous year. Is that correct?
Can you repeat that? Because okay.
What I'm saying is, maybe I did not put it explicitly clear. The data that you have to inform the budget, is it from the assessment that the collectors do and produce to you?
When you talk of assessment,
Yes.
assessment and collection goes together.
Yes.
Like in 2023,
Yes.
a particular collector will be in Serekunda, let's say Serekunda Buttress 1.
Yes.
By 2024, another collector will come.
Yes.
So the collector in 2020, there in 2023, whenever he or she assesses, he will issue an invoice, and if possible, the person can pay that very day. It's not that assessment is done and later on collection is done. So they go together concurrently. Like if I come to you,
Yes. Yes.
I assess your business.
Yes.
If you are in a position to pay me that very day,
Yes.
you can pay me.
The data I am referring to here, I understand that bit.
Yes.
Like the collector goes, you understand, you are now making it very clear for us that you do not do assessment on a standalone basis.
Yeah, no.
So they do it continually as they go to serve the invoices.
Exactly.
So my question is, for instance, in 2023, there was a collector that is sent to Bartes 1.
Yes.
And he has done collection.
Yes.
Of course, he has brought in revenue, and he has also given you a data as to the outstanding invoices that are not paid.
Yeah.
Whether it's the taxpayer that is refusing to pay, or whether, you understand, they couldn't have the opportunity of collecting that tax.
Yeah.
So you will have the totality of what is on the ground. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct?
The outstanding, you mean the outstanding?
Yes, but you will know from what has been collected.
Yes.
Because you give out the GTRs.
Yes. No,
And
I don't.
no, so sorry, not GTR, but invoices.
Yes.
And those invoices are recorded
Yes.
to show how much has gone out.
Yes.
And how much have been paid in.
Paid in, exactly.
So that data will show you collector X for year 2023,
Yes.
this is how much he collected,
Exactly.
and this is how much is outstanding.
Yes.
So is it that information that you report on to the finance people to be able to make projection in the budget?
Yes.
Thank you. That is
We report
the clarity I wanted.
Yeah, we report
because we wouldn't be able to appreciate how, you understand, you arrive at the figures that you give.
Yeah,
Because we will come to that, particularly on your monthly basis after we have dealt with the budgets. Thank you.
Welcome.
Proceed.
Yes, please proceed.
Now, before I go to my next question, Mr. Fatajo,
Yes. Sir.
in your experience as the license manager,
Yes.
and also your experience generally working for council in the area of revenue,
Yes.
what are some of the challenges that you can share with the commission regarding license revenue collection that you know exist and is difficult to cope or to control? How are leakages? How do you detect leakages, if any? The shortages, what would normally cause them? And how do revenue collectors evade the radar by trying to probably have some money that they will suppress in this area?
Can you break down your questions? Let me answer them maybe
It's
one
a
by
pregnant
one.
question.
Because
So it's just one question in three folds, the same question.
Yeah,
So I'll break it down. The issue is, I want to understand your experience in relation to some of the problems that you face as an experienced revenue collector.
yes.
And these problems I am talking to can be general, but also address it in line with the shortages. What would normally cause these shortages from collectors? And then how to prevent this?
Thank you, Mr. Lead Counsel. Our major problem is non-compliance of tax payment.
It's not?
Non-compliance.
Non-compliance.
People are not ready to pay lancings when you come to revenue collection. Because you can go to an individual maybe for months, 2, 3, 4 months before you get your payment from him or her. So that's our major payment, our major challenges we are facing. In terms of revenue suppression, I'm not saying there is no revenue suppression, but because that's practically impossible. But council, under my leadership, I try to minimize it as much as possible. Because every day, I'll make sure that collectors, when they come back to the office and submit their cash books and GTRs to the internal auditors. And I personally, every fortnight or every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I will call for all GTRs and cash books to make sure that whatever they have in the GTR is what is being submitted to the receiving cashiers. So on the side of revenue suppression, we try our utmost to minimize it, if not eradicate it.
Is it possible that revenue collectors can collect more and declare less? For instance, you go to a particular place and then you're given, let's say, $50,000 and you declare, let's say, $40,000. Is that a possibility?
Well, I have never heard of it before.
Is that a possibility?
I don't think that's possible, because if it happens, taxpayers will report to me. But I have never received such a report from any
How
taxpayer.
about if a discount is given to the taxpayer? For instance, a taxpayer is supposed to pay $100,000. You ask them to pay $75,000. You declare $50,000.
You know, it will be very difficult for a lancing collector to give discount to a taxpayer, because we have a tariff. And we all know that every day or two, we have people coming after us.
Who?
So we have the compliance coming after us.
How do they come after you?
To check whether people paid or not, and what they paid, whether it's in line with the tariff or not.
Compliance, how do they do this?
Well, I don't know, but maybe based on the directives from their
So I ask
boss.
this because if you look at the License Act, the amendment of the second schedule, Order 2019, you will see it talks about the different tariffs, correct?
Yes.
I have on page 16, for instance, I want you to shed more light on this, where you have motor vehicle spare parts dealers.
Dealers.
How do you determine how much they should collect?
I think it's 1 million and above should pay 37,500.
Good, correct.
So
it says
we actually, we are not experts in assessment. We use our know-how and experience to do assessment.
that's my point here. Now you have Class A. Per paragraph F, you have Class A. It says stock value of above $1 million. How do you determine this?
Now that's what I'm saying. We use our experience and know-how.
So now it depends. The discretion is entirely on the collector or the manager. Who has the discretion here?
The collector, the guide assessing.
Who issues these invoices or demand notes?
The collectors.
But you will
And
you ask the manager
and
to write.
myself.
You sign this.
Together with my distance. No, they sign on behalf of the.
But you issue out the demand notes or the invoices as the manager.
We all issue out. Collectors issue out invoices. Myself, I issue out invoices, and supervisors
Who will print these invoices?
from national printing.
How do you generate these invoices?
Normally invoices are provided by accounts.
Accounts.
Yeah.
And they are given to you as the manager?
No. They are kept in their office. So whenever a collector needs it, he or she will go and collect one invoice.
They don't need to pass through you as the manager?
No.
So how do you check that?
How do I?
How do you supervise them?
The collector's invoice?
Yes.
I do, because every week they have to report to my supervisors. My supervisors who will then report to me.
Okay, so you are saying for Class A, paragraph F, stock value of above 1 million should pay $37,500.
Yes.
Is that yearly?
Yeah, yearly.
So how you are saying that it depends entirely to the one collecting. So for instance, if the case involved is Kemo Fatajo, you have to collect, you went to a motor vehicle spare parts dealers. What will you look into to know whether this particular stock is above 1 million?
That's what I said. Maybe we use our know-how and experience.
No,
To be
now
honest,
I'm
because we are
asking
not-
you, what would you be looking at?
For me, the first thing I will look at the quantity of stock in.
Yes.
Maybe I will start thinking of maybe one spare parts, how much a wheel will cost, how much a tire will cost.
Yes.
Then within a
So
short period.
if you decide that the amount of the stock or the value of the stock is, let's say, $299,000, then what they should pay is $6,250.
Yes.
And if you decide that the stock value is above 1 million, what they should pay is $37,500.
Yes.
So if there is a stock value that in reality is way above 299,000 just by looking at it, because based on your experience, but you decide still to charge them that amount, no one will ever know.
course, because we have people after us now.
There's
we
no
have,
one
we have
after you.
compliance going around.
No, I'm just saying you can do that. That can be done.
Yeah, it's very possible.
So
this
you-
is why, sorry. This
No,
is
no, go
why,
ahead.
Okay.
Good, no, you proceed.
This is why I think National Audit came up with this query that a collector cannot assess and at the same time, issue licenses.
Yes.
We tried to at least change the system, but it was not possible.
Yes.
Due to the number of employees we have within license. Because I could remember in 2019, a team was set up to be issuing invoice. Then later on, collectors will go and collect. But that was not possible. Because they did the assessment,
Yes.
and collectors came back to say they could not trace the location of those businesses that they provided them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I believe, in fact, they say that because that's what the law says, that's what the financial manual says regarding having the same person doing the assessment and collecting revenue. It does not really add up. Do you understand? Because it will defeat the entire purpose. If you are the one who will conduct the assessment and you are the one to collect revenue in that regard, that would not be really proper. Would that not be the case?
We will improve on it, sir.
No, I mean, you agree with that?
Yeah, of course.
That there can
cannot
be
disagree.
really massive shortages of revenue,
Yeah, of
suppression of revenue and fraud based on that. So the example I am giving you, because you don't have the system in place, you can't ever enforce the system, so a collector can just decide to say, you know what, just your business, the stock value is very clear, it's above $1 million.
$1 million, yeah.
You are to pay $37,500, but just pay me $18,750. And once you pay that, I will declare $6,550.
It's very possible.
It is extremely possible. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
And so how do you solve this problem?
Unless, as an institution, we improve on it.
I'm asking you, how do you solve this problem?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I will communicate to my authority, then we see a way out to have a team for assessment and a team for collection.
So a motor vehicle spare part dealer that is registered, it has to be registered.
Yes.
So if it is registered, KMC does not have an information regarding the value of that particular business.
No.
And
because
so,
even, sorry.
Go ahead, proceed.
Even with registration, I don't think the value of the stock is given.
I know.
I don't think that one is given.
I'm just saying, so you don't have the value of that particular business.
No.
And values do increase, like you said. Your business may be valued $700,000 this year, but
Next year, yeah.
the subsequent years, the stock value would increase.
Yeah.
So there has to be up-to-date information. That doesn't exist.
No.
And this is one of the avenues where shortages and cash suppression can easily occur. Easily. Would you really agree with that?
I agree.
We have also the same thing goes to consultancy firms as well on page 18. Consultancy firms from class A, class B, and class C.
Yeah.
Class A would be contract value of above $750. Consultancy firm class B would be contract value above $500,000 to $750,000.
Yeah.
Each will have a price. But again, the same way you have the variances in the type of business, the revenue collector has the discretion to decide how much you pay.
Yeah.
And they have the discretion to declare how much they want to declare. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Fatajo, no wonder the revenue collectors are always rich. Huh?
Not as people are expecting, sir.
Not us.
Not as people are expecting.
No,
Well,
revenue collectors have a lot of money. We have seen that clearly evident in these proceedings, that they have a lot of money because of the manner in which the collection is being done. So we proceed. We understand it that way. Any questions for the witness before I proceed? Okay. Now, you were discussing the issue regarding an amount of money on your statement dated the 11th of June 2024.
Yes, sir.
The second page, the third paragraph, where you have, let me read, on the issue of cash suppression amounting to over $180,000. During the period under review, I noticed an amount of over $180,000 is suppressed by one Salifo Ceesay,
Yes, sir.
a licensed collector. I come to know about the issue during the period when I requested all collectors' cash books, and Salifo refused to submit his cash book for assessment. I have been going with him back and forth until one day when I insisted that I must get his cash book, and eventually got the book and assessed the records and found out that Salifo suppressed the said amount of money being council's revenue. Can you please explain more on that?
Okay. Normally, every week or two, I will call for all cash books and GTR to compare and contrast. But during this period under review, that particular collector was like running, he was trying to run away from me. Anytime I call him, he will give me excuse. Sometimes I will call him on the phone, he will not pick the phone. Until one day in the afternoon, when I insisted that he must come, because I think I even asked my assistant, my supervisor, to find a police for me. If Salif failed to come, then we go and arrest him. Then he came that afternoon. I requested for his cash book, which he handed over to me peacefully. The problem was the GTR. I said, I cannot check the cash book alone. It must go alongside with the GTR. Then he gave me the GTR. When I opened the GTR, the first page, I realized that a receipt was drawn, but was not entered in the cash book. Then I went through the GTR up to the last page and discovered that he was even skipping some GTRs and drawing receipts behind. When I calculated this amount, because it's a figure, then I invited one of my supervisors to help me calculate the amount. We did together. Then I confronted Salim and asked him, what is responsible for this? Salim did not give me any tangible reason as to why he did such. All what he told me was, allow me to continue the work, then I'll be paying it in installment. I said, I cannot allow you to continue work. With this amount of money missing in your book, I cannot allow you to continue work. Then I wrote in the evening, because normally I do it to all the collectors. In the evening, Basiru Njai called me to say they need the cash book of all the collectors and the cash books and GTRs of all the collectors. So this was the reason why I could not continue with other collectors. Then the following morning, I had to hand over all the GTRs and cash books of the remaining collectors to internal audit. But for Salif, what I told him, well, I'm going to write to the authority. Then it's up to the authority to decide whether to redeploy you or to ask you to pay for this money, which I did. And a few days later, after closing from office, a police officer called me from Kanifing station in relation to that particular issue. I went there, I found Salif there. They said he was brought there by K.M.C police. I said, who? They said K.M.C police. I said, but you cannot call me and come and witness something that you cannot tell me any body responsible. Then they obtained a statement from me. Then I left and Salif was released. Then a week or two later, I received a copy of his dismissal letter from the authority. I cannot know specifically the time frame, whether after 1 month or so. But then I received a letter from the authority that he has been dismissed from council service.
Now, what happened to Salif?
After that?
Salif, yes.
Salif was dismissed.
How was he dismissed? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
How many employees in the license collectors were having issues of shortages?
I couldn't remember the number because when the books were collected from me, I could remember receiving a copy of internal audit report concerning those having shortages.
What was done about this issue?
I think all of them paid within
all
that
of them
period.
paid?
Yes, within that period.
Do you know why Salif was dismissed if all of them paid? Do you know why Salifu was dismissed if all of them and the others were asked to pay? Do you know why?
No. Maybe you don't understand. I detected that of Salif.
Yes, I know.
I confronted him.
Yes.
Then that evening,
Yes.
I was called by internal auditors
Right.
to surrender all GTRs and cash books
Correct.
to them for investigation.
I understand that point.
Yes.
I understand that point very well. What I'm saying is that you made reference to the internal audit report.
Yes.
In fact, it is we have the internal audit report. The date is 28th of April 2023 for the year ended January to December 2022. You understand that? This is the internal audit report. It is in fact in evidence LGC/BN/KMC/005, covering the period January to December 2022, where there were other license collectors who were found really wanted in relation to underlodgement or suppression. For instance, you have Rohi Ceesay, where $939,025 was collected, and $937,450 was deposited. The balance is $1,575. You're familiar with this? We will give you a copy. We have Buri Juf.
Buri Juf, yeah.
Yes, Juf. The amount is $2,147.50. We have Mami Fatu Job.
Yes.
The amount is $10,650.
Yes.
We have Danjo Tarawale. The amount is $2,250.
Yes.
We have Fanta Diba. $7,100 is as cash shortage.
Yes.
Lamin Samora,
Somewhere, okay.
$5,400. Maling Mane, $3,400.
Okay.
Suleiman Jai, $36,780. We have Jibril Dabo,
Yes.
$25,725. So you have as low as $1,575.
Yes.
To me, the amount is irrelevant. Even if it is $1,
$1, of course, is irrelevant.
it is $1, but it's still public funds.
Yeah.
Do you know what is done about this issue, these issues?
I understand these people were asked to pay and they paid of all these monies.
Were they written to?
That one I can't tell.
So they were asked, who asked them to pay?
Internal audit. When they discovered this, I think when they discovered the very day, some of them were called, their attentions were called, and they made the payment that very day.
What did management do about it?
No, I'm not aware of anything.
If they have done anything about it, would you not know?
Of course I will.
So they didn't do anything about it?
No, I did not receive.
Correct?
No, I did not receive any.
So will Salifu's case not be an isolation, probably not treated fairly? I mean, there has to be one rule for all.
Because, what happened? Salif refused to pay the whole amount at once. Otherwise, the same thing would have applied to him as well.
So where you have an issue regarding employees having issues of cash suppression, do you think asking them to pay would really help?
No, paying the money alone will not help. At least a disciplinary measure should be taken.
Exactly. Because once they pay the money, they will do it again, hoping they will not be caught subsequently.
Yeah.
If they are caught, they will pay. If they are not caught, they will keep on doing it.
Of course.
And where you have one or two or three out of too many, and there's a report to that effect, and management did not do anything about it, what do you think that's proper?
No, it's not.
That's not proper.
No.
Something should be done about it.
Of course.
And you, as the manager, you are not aware of any step that was taken.
No, I'm not aware.
Correct?
No.
So we'll leave that for now.
Yeah,
Yes.
let me ask. Mr. Fatajo, the budget and zone allocations,
Yes.
I'm just randomly taking from what you have given us. I want to find out. We will give you the budget and zones allocation for 2022, and I will give you the monthly
collection.
revenue collection for 2022. And please tell us, the budget is here, Registrar. Give him the 2022. Now, give him the two. Now, looking at the monthly revenue you collected for the year 2022 and the budget and zone allocation, the budget and zone allocation,
Yes.
in terms of what you expect them to collect as revenue.
Yes.
In 2022 is 90,400,000,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And your total collection for 2022 is way above the 90,400.
90 million.
90 million, sorry.
Way above or below?
Yes, is it? Can you tell us? Can you guide us?
No, what we collected that year was less than this amount, the amount budgeted for.
It's less than the 90,400,000?
Yeah, because I could remember it was around 70-something million, if my memory could serve me well.
Now, can you give us, because you gave us raw figures, can you give us the total of each year, how much you have collected?
Collected.
Yes,
Yes, I can
in total.
Yeah,
You gave us monthly
Okay.
collections, this and how to call it, data.
Data, yes.
If you look at what you gave us for 2022, when you tabulate the total amount, it will be more than 90,400,000.
2022.
Please look at it.
So you added the 12 million together, the 12 months together, from January to December
Yes.
for 2022. And it must
I'm not saying individual month. I'm saying total for the end.
year 2022.
For yes,
I doubt
December
that-
31st,
I doubt
2022.
I doubt that much. Maybe it's an error.
It's
But
an
I-
error.
Yeah, but I could remember what we collected that year was less than the target for the year. A little
Well,
bit less.
well, Mr. Fatajo, you said this is from the metrics from the system.
No, it's not a system. We are using Excel. We don't have any system. in
You don't
place.
have any system.
No.
You are using Excel.
Yeah, we are using Excel.
So, but it is supposed to give you an automatic totaling of what you have inputted. Is that not correct?
Yeah, it's very correct. But that's what I'm saying. If you made an error in one figure,
Yes.
it will jeopardize the entire figure.
Yes.
So
No,
maybe
it's
that's the reason why.
no, it cannot be the reason, Mr. Fatajo, because what I am trying to get at is that your budget estimate and your collection.
For 2022.
Yes, for 2020.
Yes,
I'm using just
2022. Sorry,
2022.
ma. I have
Yes.
seen it now.
Yes.
This was, I could remember 2019.
Yes.
Our budget was, our collection was more than our budget for the year. Because I
Exactly.
could remember, but this 2022,
Yes.
I remember.
That is 2019.
Yes, 2019.
Your
budget
collection
was
was
50
more
million.
than your budget.
Yes, our
So
budget
that
was
is
50
that
million.
is where I wanted you to clarify so that I can get to ask the question. My question is, you have budgeted, and for each zone, you have collectors. And Registrar, can you please give me the document so that I can refer him to the document, please? Give me the zone allocations is with him.
Zone allocation. No, this is budget and zones allocation.
Now, Mr. Fatajo, you said in 2019, your collection was more than your zone allocation, right?
Our budget for the year.
Yes. So now, how do you reconcile this in your books of account? Because if you see in 2022, For instance, names of collectors, you have Lamin Samura Bartes 1, yearly budget. You have given him a target of 4,434,000. That is what he needs to collect.
Yes.
For instance, if he did collect this amount, and for each of these collectors that are in this list, each is given a target. And this is what totaled to 90,400,000. And now you have got more than 90,400,000.
Yes.
How do you reconcile this in your books of account? Because I have a challenge in this situation. Yes. Because the collector you have sent to the market to collect revenue, he knows, you have told him, he is supposed to, his target is 4,437,000. In an event he collects up to 437 million, and then he has an extra on this amount. How do you account for the extra that he has gotten if he is not an honest collector?
Well, we don't seems to have any problem in that, because even though you
No,
are
Mr. Fatajo, no, you have. You know why you have problem with that? Because you have series of overpayments by the collectors. This is what informed the overpayments that they do. Right? Is that not correct? It is a problem.
Yeah.
It is a very big problem. You cannot reconcile this in your books of account. You cannot. Because there is no mechanism at all in place to show that if Mr. Lamin Samura, Bartes 1, has collected, you don't have any mechanism to ascertain whether Mr. Samura have collected more than 4,434,000. Because your target is 4,434,000, right?
Yeah.
So what you are looking at, Mr. Lamin Samura should bring us this amount.
Yes.
So whatever he brings, if he doesn't, for example, he has sent in all these invoices and he has gotten extra. This is why we see in the books as evidence that there is so much overpayment. And there is no explanation by the collectors as to why the overpayment. Because you did not provide a mechanism to be able to capture that. And you are saying they are the ones that simultaneously do the assessment,
Yes.
which is another bigger problem. Because if there is a new business and they have assessed the business, just like what council referred you to in terms of the tariffs could be negotiated, right? So these are the problems on the overpayment and underpayments that have been done. Am I correct?
You are correct. We can improve on it, ma'am.
Thank you. Please proceed.
All right, thank you. Yes, so we proceed with your statement, Mr. Fatajo. I know you have explained the 1% that you also collect it as a revenue collector, correct? The 1% that has been that council or the mayor authorized that you be paid.
No, General Council.
That's why I said some witnesses said the mayor, some witnesses said the council. So I said both either the mayor or the general council.
Okay.
But we'll come to that. I will leave that issue. Let's go to your second statement, the additional statement of the 30th of August 2024. It has 2 pages. That is the issue in relation to monies that were deposited into your account.
Yes.
The statement reads, concerning self-cash deposits into my personal account, Trust Bank and Ajib Bank. The Trust Bank account number is 11202601431, and the Ajib 0032012051203457. The total is $634,700 for the Trust Bank and $969,100 for Ajib Bank from August 2018 to January 2023. What is your response to this?
Apart from my salary that KMC is paying me, all these monies
Apart from your?
But apart from my salaries.
Yes.
Because I have salaries account there where I deposit my money. All these monies are proceeds from my business, which is located in Olyundu.
Yes. Now, let me please identify these two, the Trust Bank and the Ajib statements for this period.
This one is the Trust Bank.
The Trust Bank that you are shown, what is the account number?
One 112060.
Please come again.
112060.
Yes. Yes. Please proceed.
14.
Yes, sir.
301.
That's the Trust Bank. How about the Ajib?
Ajib is 00.
Proceed, please.
320. 1212. 051.
Yes, sir.
20. 3457.
Now, you confirm that these two statement of accounts belong to you.
Yes, sir.
These are the ones you were mentioning in your statement.
Yes.
We applied to tender a Trust Bank and an Ajib Bank statement of account as identified by the witness. The Trust Bank is account number is 112060143001 and the Ajib is 0032012051203457 for the period 2018 to 2023 into evidence as exhibit.
The two personal bank accounts maintained by the witness are as follows. A personal account maintained at the Trust Bank with account number 112060143001 and an Ajib Bank account bearing the number 0032012051203457. These two accounts maintained by the witness are hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit and they are marked as LGC/KFF/KMC/005.
As the Commission places. Now, Mr. Fatajo, how many employees do you have?
I only have one employee at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Please give us the names of the employees you have employed.
I employed one Lamin camera who is currently in Germany.
Lamin camera as what?
A sales person.
Assist person.
Sales.
Salesperson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I employed one Fabakar Kinte.
Fabakari Kinte.
Kinte, yes.
Yes.
I employ one Ibrahim Jallo.
Please proceed.
Then I employ one Mbemba Ture.
And Demba Ture.
Ture, yes.
That's all.
Yes.
How many in total?
4.
4.
Yeah.
How much do you pay them?
No, I pay them on commission. My first employee was one Alaji Bilo when I was in Farato.
Alaji?
Alaji Bilo.
Biro.
Bilo.
So from 2018 to date, how many have you employed?
It's only one, that's member.
From 2018 to date, just member.
Member, yes.
Member what?
Ture. He's
Ture.
my operator and at the same time, sales.
Did you give him an employment letter?
No.
How much were you paying him?
In timber business, normally I am paying him on commission.
On commission.
If you sell a timber, this is what you will get from one piece.
So you sell timber. So how much do you pay when it comes to tax?
How much do I pay?
Tax.
I think I could remember this year I paid to GRAO.
Yes, first with GRA and then second with, where in fact is your business? Is it within the all you know?
All you know, yeah. 600 to 700 meters from Airport Johnson.
That will be Brikama Area Council?
Huh?
That will be within the Brikama Area Council? You pay license?
Yes.
You have all your receipts?
Well, I don't remember, but I have that of this year. For the past years, because there was a storm disaster in 2002, 22 or 21, which destroyed even my receipts in the office were destroyed.
So you don't have your license that you've paid?
For this year, I have for this year.
From 2018?
Yes.
How much were you paying?
2,500.
Which category will it fall under?
Well, I don't know which category under Brikama Area Council because we have different tariffs. Our tariffs are a bit different.
But you will know, you pay the license, so you know where you fall.
No, but the category is not put on the license. It's only the amount that you pay.
No, they cannot just tell you an amount and just pay the amount. You have to know what you're paying for. You, in fact, you more than anybody else should know. They should tell you what you're paying for, so that you know that they're not overpricing or overcharging you.
That was not.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You are a license manager yourself. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
You cannot just pay $2,500. Do you agree with that? You will ask them
Which category?
which category, and you know the category, you know the amount,
Yeah.
and you pay that amount. What do you say to that?
It's possible, but this was not communicated anyway. It wasn't communicated to me.
It wasn't
When
communicated to?
When the collector called me, he said, this is what I should pay. Then I asked my guys to pay him.
No, Mr. Fatajo, I'm saying that you should be in a position to tell, in fact, you are more experienced than the collector, I would even suppose. So you should be in a position to tell the collector that I want to see the category I fall under and how much I should pay.
Actually, I did not tell
So
him
if you have to pay 1.5, you pay 1.5 instead of $2,500.
I did not ask him that because I was.
Do you have a shop?
It's an open shop, yes.
Do you have a shop?
Yes.
Is the shop still open? Is it still functional
Yes.
as we speak?
Yes.
From 2018?
No, from 2008.
From 2008
Yes.
to date. So you don't have books of accounts? The people how many timbers you've sold? Do you import this
Yes.
timber?
I was importing from customers.
So you're no longer importing?
No. I'm no longer importing.
When did you stop importing?
I'm now buying directly from Cambodia.
When did you stop importing?
This was sometimes 2008.
Please speak into the microphone.
2019, 2020.
2019, 2020.
20, yeah.
When was your last import?
This was 2017.
No, you said 19 or 20.
No. I couldn't recall that anyway. But
Mr.
actually, for the past 2 years, I don't import.
For the past 2 years, we're in 2024.
Yeah.
So that will be 2022.
For logs, but for these white timbers, I am
Importation.
still importing.
So 2022 was last year,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
And there is a there's an amount that you should pay for timber import and export.
Yes.
Do you have that from 2018 to 2022?
I have my royalties here and my duty, stamp duty.
You have your?
GRA, royalties.
Your royalties?
Yeah, when you are bringing in timber.
Yes, let's proceed.
Council, can I make this declaration?
Yes.
Because sometimes you will come across a different name there. Sometimes the truck drivers will give their name to the custom officer or the forestry officer.
Yes. So what you do, just work with the registrar and have a cover letter. You count the royalties,
Okay.
and all the period, because it's just too many,
Okay.
and we will have them admitted subsequently.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Fatajo, you have several deposits into your account from 2018,
Yes.
and this is your salary account as well? So these are accounts where your
Yes.
salary account?
Yes.
Yeah, for instance, 28th of June 2018, $40,000 is. 10th August 2018, 10,000. The list goes on. You have December 2018, 70,000. 26th January 2019, $60,000. How would one know if these are monies from that you generate from your work as a license manager,
Yeah.
or from your timber business, if it is functional, or any other source?
Lead counsel, I am under an oath.
Yes.
I don't think I will sit here. The whole world is seeing me, just to lie against my own soul. These are proceeds from my business, not from my council work.
My problem is you did not separate the business with the your personal account.
No, actually, I did not.
Yes, that's my
I
problem.
did not, because
so from any money that, and you don't have, do you have books of accounts in your business where you record your expenditure and your against your?
No, I don't have that.
So there are no books of accounts in your business.
No.
No receipts of purchase of this timber or this log.
These are the receipts I'm showing you. No.
These are not the receipts.
No.
These are not the receipts. These are $1,200, $300 that you pay to GRA.
No receipts.
No receipts.
No.
No books of accounts, no receipts whatsoever. No one knows how much you earn in a given year or in a month. No one knows. And then you have all these transactions into your account, and you are the license manager. It's serious, Mr. Fatajo.
Well,
It's serious. I'm not accusing you of fraud, but it is not clear as well. Do you understand that? It is not clear as well because you are in charge of revenue collection. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And so, for you to explain to the commissioners for them to understand these significant sums of monies,
okay. Well,
you must be able to say this is how much my business generates.
No, that's what I'm saying. Explanation is another thing,
Yes.
and making people believe in you is
Yes.
another thing.
Yes.
But between me and God, the purpose of starting this business is
Yes.
just to try and do away with public fund.
Yes.
Because I have it at the back of my mind
Yes.
that whether here or hereafter, I'll be accounted for it.
Yes.
That's the reason why when I obtained this loan from council, I said it's better I start a business where I'll be able to take care of my family.
Yes. I mean, I have no reason to doubt you, but it's important for you to convince the commissioners. And it's just what you say matters. The amount that you've realized between this period is significant. Do you understand that? Yes. And your employees, your sales, is it your sales assistant?
Council, yeah, council.
Your sales assistant?
Yes.
They would not be the one depositing this money into your account. Why would they not go to the bank and deposit this money?
This is my personal account.
Yeah, but they are assisting
I don't have to share that with them. They are just employees.
No, but they work there.
I knew these people just in the industry.
It does not matter. You employed them.
Yeah. I employ them and I pay them their commission every day.
Yes.
Whatever they sell, I pay them.
How much percentage? What was the percentage of the payment they receive?
No, it depends.
Is it every month?
There's a particular timber, when you sell that, you get $25 commission.
But where are the records?
To be honest with you, I don't keep record for such.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
Where are the records? This is where the problem is.
Lead counsel, I'm not saying, I blame myself, but actually, I'm telling you the truth.
I don't have a reason to doubt you, but we want to have the facts.
Yeah.
So if you can even have one record that you can show, it may convince.
Like
Receipts, like records, like if you order for timber, you will have it recorded. How much you have spent, how much you have paid for it, you will have it recorded because you want to realize profit. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
And in realizing profit, you must know your expenditure. But there is no transaction to explain that, Mr. Fatajo.
Yeah.
Not even one. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And so you will agree with me, it is extremely impossible to know or differentiate these monies from the business you do.
Explanation will not convince anybody.
Do you agree with that?
Well, yes.
All right. Any questions?
Yes. What was the level of business in 2020? What was your level of business transaction in 2020? Was the business going on?
2020?
Yes.
It was booming, to be honest with you, because that was the time we were selling these 2 meters.
You were
2019, 18, 19, 20. We are selling these 2 meters.
Okay.
Maybe those in the industry would be able to tell you.
Now, if you say the business was booming in 2020, did you say the business was booming in 2020?
Yes.
Is 2020 not the year that we have the COVID pandemic?
Yeah. But that did not that did not affect timber business.
So it did not affect the timber business?
Timber business, no.
So transactions were going on normal?
Yeah, timber was coming normal.
And the lorries were coming from Casamas and all that?
Yes.
So the restriction of movement and everything with people and transactions and businesses did not affect your business?
No, that was happening even before the COVID.
No, that is
even during the COVID.
You know why I'm asking? Because I see substantial deposits in 2020 when the pandemic was ravaging. You understand? Everywhere. And instructions were given for people to avoid contact. People were asked to stay at home. Businesses had to wind down their activities. But you have told the Commission that as at that 2020, you know, your business was booming.
Yeah.
We just want to appreciate because we've seen significant amount of monies being deposited in your account.
Yes.
Like, for instance, on the 30th of May, you deposited 25,000. On the 13th of June, you deposited 20,000. On the 27th of June, you deposited 30,000. On the 12th of August, you deposited 20,000 again. And it goes on. You have deposits of 48,000, you have deposits of 19,000, 8,000, 50,000. and the list goes on. You have 70,000 deposits, you have 84,000 deposit, and this went into 2021. So we just wanted to know, and you have told us that your business was booming as at that time, and you have also equally told us that you do not have evidence as to records of your business transaction. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now,
Yes,
may I
you may
proceed?
proceed. Yeah.
Now, Mr. Fatajo,
Yes.
just to conclude on this issue, how much is your take home?
As salary,
Yes.
17 to 18,000, I think.
I'm just wondering, why would you keep that job if you have a business as lucrative as this one?
Why?
Would you keep the job as a license manager?
Because
If
it
you
does-
have a business, no, just hear me
Okay,
out.
okay.
If I have a doubt, I ask you.
Of course.
Is that not the case? And it's for you to clear and answer, and for the commissioners to listen to you and listen to me and draw up a conclusion. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm just wondering, why would you keep your job if you have a business that is as lucrative as the timber business?
Because it's in no way affecting my job.
No, but why would you financially? You work because of finances. Is that not the case?
Huh?
You work because of what you get from your employment. What you earn is nowhere close to how much your business is generating.
Yeah, of course.
Do you agree with that? Significantly different. Why would you keep the job? You go and do this full time, you become a millionaire.
No, but I know even by doing the job, my business will still continue.
No, but you
Because
can't do that because you have-
I go to the business premise on a daily basis. Any day I close from office, I will pass by there to see how much it's generated. Then I collect the money and pay them their commission. Then
Do you not think, if you're working in if you have a job or an employment that has to do with money,
Yeah.
especially tax, revenue collection,
Yeah.
do you not think that if you operate a business,
Yes.
it is somehow conflict?
Conflict?
Yes.
Well, I believe, Council, that depends on the individual.
You think you have the absolute discretion? The law does not require it. It
No,
requires
no.
that you have to have clearance. Were you been cleared were you given clearance to operate a business? Were you?
Well,
Were you given clearance by your employers to operate a business?
no.
Did you inform them about you operating a business?
Verbally.
No. I'm just
Because when I was given loan, I started this business from a loan I obtained from Council. So when I started this loan, I informed them.
No, but you were not given clearance to operate this business.
No, actually, I was not given any clearance.
That's what I'm saying. So you are in charge of revenue collection, millions and millions of dollars. You run a parallel business where you generate money as well, and then your accounts are the same. The money from the business supposedly is the same with the money that you are paid salary by your employer. And in your account, that same account, you see transactions in more than $1 million between 2018 to 2023. Do you think, or do you not see any problem with that?
Well, I don't see any problem.
So anyone,
Yes.
do you not think it's going to be a reasonable belief for anyone to think that you are diverting funds?
Of course,
That's it.
people can believe that.
That's it. But if you had separated them, your books accounts are clear and very clear, and you have the clearance to operate a business, would that not be clear any doubt?
Of course, that will clear doubt.
Why did you not do that?
Well, that's a human error anyway. I can call it a human error.
You call it a human error.
Of course, because actually, what Allah knows is sufficient.
Fatajo, let's get this clear. What I just want to find out is, as public servants, are we allowed to do business whilst we are serving as public servants? Just like he said, without you having to have the necessary clearances?
Madam, I'm not that much okay with the government order, but I don't think there is any problem for public servants to do business, because
now let me ask, are you employed by the Local Government Service Commission or by KMC?
I was employed by K.M.C.
By KMC?
Yes.
Not the Public Service Commission?
No.
But at your grade level, are you now considered as a director, or you are already a manager now?
Manager, yes.
What grade level are you?
11.2, I think, 11.2.
So is that grade level under the management of the KMC?
11.2.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It's under the
there,
management.
it's there.
No, what
Because
I
I
mean
was-
in terms of control. In terms of control.
I don't understand that question.
Now, there are a category of staffs,
Staff, yes.
you understand, that the council, even if they want to deal with you, they will have to refer your issues to the service commission.
Yes.
And there are a category of staffs that they can deal with at the level of the CEO. Is that correct?
Yes.
So where do you categorize yourself?
Well, I believe mine should be at the level of the CEO.
At the CEO?
Yes.
Please check, note that one down, and please check and confirm from your director of admin and let us know. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, we have, that's all for this witness, Madam Chairperson.
I have some questions. Now, Mr. Fatajo, you have indicated that you have 26 collectors in 26 zones.
Yes.
That is contained in page 2 of your statement, right?
Yes.
And you have indicated that the license unit has a total registration of over 12,000 businesses within KMC.
Yes.
So these 12,000 businesses that you have, is there a register for these businesses?
Yeah, we do register business.
Yes,
Each and
you
every-
have the register.
I think it's in the system, yes.
So please note that and let us have that the next time you are coming.
For which year?
Yes,
For which year?
from 2018 to date.
For 2024.
No, 2023.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Huh? Okay. Mr. Fatajo, so we will want you, please note that, we will want you to get us the total, based on what you have submitted to us, the total of revenues you have collected for 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 as of January 31st.
Against the target or only the collection?
Eh?
Against the target or only the collection? You know,
Yes,
every year we are giving
please
the target.
do it against
target.
against the target, because you have given us the budget
Yes.
allocations and the monthly collections.
Okay.
So you please do, so that we can see clearly what was your target and how much
Was collected.
Yes, what was collected. And please bring us, note that, then I will ask you to bring further documents for us.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and please bring us, as per the collections, for the monthly collections, bring us the total of the invoices and the receipts issued, because you have that. The invoices, because you said you have an Excel sheet, is it?
Yes.
Is it an Excel that you said you have?
Yes.
So this should be contained in that Excel, correct?
No, but invoices are entered in a choir book.
They are entered in the choir
In a
book.
choir book, yes.
Yes, so
And this
please
was
bring us
supplied.
the choir book, because we need to cross-check those invoices with your target and the collections.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
also bring us for each of the targets and the collection, give us the outstanding debt, because that is automatic.
No.
Because if you have the collection, you will through the invoices know how much was not collected for any particular month for any particular year.
For the outstanding, unpaid
Debt.
invoices, we call them unpaid invoices.
Yes, unpaid invoices.
Unless
Against the collection for each month.
I don't think we are keeping such a record.
Sorry,
Madam,
please speak into the...
I don't think we are keeping such a record.
No, Mr. Fatajo, you have the record.
No.
You have.
Ma,
Yes. I am telling you.
I know the way we are operating. So
Yeah.
if you are requesting for this on monthly basis, there is not a single collector who can produce this report. They can tell you how much they have collected.
Yeah.
Maybe when you come to the number of invoices served,
Yeah.
because on a weekly basis, they will report to the supervisors
Yeah.
that I served, let's say, 15 invoices amounting to so and so amount,
Yeah.
out of which this is what I collected and this is the balance.
Yes. Yes, but that is what I'm asking. I am asking for, because you have tabulated it for the month,
Yeah.
correct? And up to the end of the month, because you've also told us, and which we appreciate, because you will send them the invoice and will not pay.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. And we know that it is really what is happening on the ground.
Okay.
So that is the information we want, because when you tabulated this, you know that this number of invoices were sent out, and this is what you were able to collect
And
as per the end of the month, and this is what is outstanding as per the month on what has been served to the client, to the taxpayers.
Why can't we make it end of the year? Because we are preparing that in yearly basis.
You prepare the debts on a yearly basis.
Yeah. The
You
number of
don't
invoices
prepare-
served,
yes.
yeah, of course it's there from week 1 up to the last week of the year.
Yes, but
there.
why didn't you have that information on a monthly basis? Would that not help you as the manager
Yeah.
to know? You understand?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Why didn't you have that on a monthly basis?
Maybe I can.
Because
I can.
Because it is what you gave us. It is my understanding of what you have given us. That is why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
That you give them a target. So if they don't meet it, it is only through that way that you know they are not meeting their target.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Now let me ask you this question. You have indicated on page 3 of your statement that you receive quarterly on the 1% commission $25,000 to $50,000. That is every 3 months.
Yes.
And please bring us the data as to the totality of what those quarterly payments are. How do you compute them, and how do you do the payment to the collectors?
Okay.
Would it be correct to say that perhaps this amount that you have indicated in your statement will be way too below the average of what you receive?
Way too below?
Yes.
No, I don't think.
Whatever we ask you, we have the facts. Because if you look at what you have sent to us, if we do the maths, it will be way too low for what you have stated in your statement. Is that not correct?
I'll find out.
You'll find out. Please help us find out so that we get the correct figures.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you collect revenue yourself?
Well, yes, when did it arise?
When did it arise? Do you have your cash book?
No, I don't have cash.
Where do you record this?
Whenever I collect, because most of the time I collect check, I give it to the collector responsible, then he will draw receipts.
And sometimes you collect in cash?
That is once every blue moon anyway.
Once every?
Once every blue moon to collect cash.
I'm trying to think as to when will the moon be blue, but my point is, how do you record this?
That's what I'm saying. When, like, I issue you an invoice, I'll make a follow-up. If I come to you, you said, okay, now I'm paying you. Let me give you the money. You give me the money. Then I go to the collector responsible for that zone that year. Give him the money. He will draw me the receipt in the name of you. Then I bring your receipt to you.
But Mr. Fatajo, that's totally wrong. That's totally wrong. If you go and collect revenue, let's say to a particular shop or business, and they pay to you $50,000, and you just go to your genius and just give them the money or the check, and they have to enter it in their cash book, how would they know the accuracy of what you are giving them?
Because an invoice is already given.
No, but invoice could be wrong. You and I had gone through the tariffs. You and I know that it can be substantially flawed. You agree with that? You had said yes to that.
Well, I cannot talk of others, but for me, I don't compromise council's
Mister, just show it in your actions. You see, the problem here with most Gambians is that they say a lot of things, but you show it in your actions. I don't compromise with XYZ. It's easier said than done. And I had told you I had no cause to not believe you, but I'm not here to believe you. Okay. The ones to believe you are the commissioners, but you are to abide by a certain set of rules or regulations. Okay. The idea is, do you think that's correct for you to just collect revenue and give it to your subordinates for them to now enter in their cash books?
Well, I don't see any problem in that.
Would they know how accurate that is?
The collectors?
Yes.
Anyway.
Would they know?
They won't, but to me...
They would not know.
Yeah, to me, I don't see any problem in it.
Yeah, but see, Mr. Fatajo, we have to be honest to each other. If it is wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah.
They would not know how much you have collected in reality, but they have to trust you because you're the manager. Maybe they trust you would not do any fraudulent activity, correct? But they cannot verify that.
Yeah, but they have every right to find out.
That's the right. You think they will go to find out what their boss had done? You think they will do that? You think they'll go and ask?
Not necessarily what their boss is doing. If you feel your boss is not doing the right thing, you have the right to...
You think they will do that? Have that ever been done before?
I don't think anything should stop them from doing that.
But do you think they will do that?
So that's what I'm saying.
They would not do that. You and I know they would not do that. Okay. So when they enter it in their cash books and then that's what they declare. If you had collected more than what you have declared, is that not a possibility?
No.
For you to collect more than what you have given them?
I've never done that
before.
No,
whether it's not a possibility.
On my side.
Mister, is there by a chance, by any means, that any manager or any individual that is doing what you are doing will collect revenue and now go and give it to a collector? Is there any chance that they will give them less than they have collected?
No,
is it a possibility?
I'm talking of myself.
No, is that a possibility?
On my side, no.
Why is that not a possibility?
I am not doing it.
No, but how would we know? You work for people, you don't work for yourself.
I work for people, actually.
You don't work for yourself?
Yes.
So how would anyone know you haven't done that?
Well, that's why I said explanation is another thing, and making people believe
you are not supposed to do that.
Okay.
Is that not the case?
If I'm not supposed to.
No, the law says if you are to collect money or revenue, you must have a cash book.
Okay.
Don't say okay. You agree or you disagree. Is that not what the law says, the financial manual, that all employees in charge with revenue collection must have a cash book? That is a subsidiary cash book. Is that not what it is said? What is said?
In the law?
That you must have a subsidiary cash book. Page 61, section 904 of the Financial and Accounting Manual for Local Government Area Councils. Are you familiar with this?
No, I'm not.
You don't know that there is a manual called the Financial and Accounting Manual for Local Government Area Councils? How come?
I'm not familiar with it anyway.
And you collect revenue? And you collect revenue?
Yeah.
And you are a finance manager?
Collector.
And you are a finance manager?
Yeah. Finance manager, of course. But
Sorry,
I'm
I
not
beg your pardon. You are a licensed manager.
manager, yes, but I'm not familiar with that particular document.
Do you know it exists? Do you know it exists?
Accounting and
Do you know there's a
finance,
financial manual?
I heard about it, I think.
Yes. It says that it is the cash book to be used by employees charged with the receipt of revenue and who are required to make lodgement to the main cashier at council's headquarters. It is recorded in serial number. It tells you if you are to collect money that you must be able to account for it, and in doing so you must have a cash book.
Lead counsel, I am accountable for whatever single brute I collect from taxpayers.
You're not.
Anyway,
Sorry, you're not. You know why you're not? Because you could have just informed the relevant substantive revenue collector to go and collect the revenue.
this is what I'm doing. That I told you, I collect if the need arises. But otherwise, most of the time I ask the
When will the need
collectors-
arise?
That's when council is in need of money. When council is in need of money, they will say, look, go out, make a follow-up. When people pay,
So council, when they are in need of money, they ask you to go and collect revenue.
I go out on a daily basis, to be honest.
And is that for pre-financing?
I don't know.
Is that for pre-financing? Pre-financing.
Pre-finance. No, I never pre-finance
So-
any activity in council.
So what you are saying wouldn't add up as well. My point is, even if council needs money, you can tell the relevant collector to go and collect the revenue in a certain area or place.
I do that.
Why must you go yourself?
Huh?
Why must you go yourself?
That's, I told you this council. That's when council is in need of money. Like end of month, they will say we have to pay salary, we have to pay A, B, and C. So actually, we need something from the field.
Now
So that
you enhance your collectors, let them go out vigorously and collect revenue. You don't have to do it by yourself. You do it by yourself and you don't have a cash book, you can account for these monies. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all for this witness.
Yes, let me just ask one last question. Mr. Fatajo, do you segregate the big businesses like the way you have mentioned it in your statement on page 2? Do you segregate the big businesses and the small businesses and the medium businesses?
That is how we were capturing, registering businesses.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, because like I was doing it by myself alone. So when we realized that businesses are coming up, then my director called me and said, you cannot do this alone. Why not we engage all the collectors so that they will be registering businesses? Though we segregate them, because like we have various columns under our business registration where you have various categories of business. But at the end of the day, I'm not that much computer
Yes, yes. So
literate.
please bring us that segregation, because we believe that most of these big businesses, they pay you via check, and that goes automatically in your council's account, which receives your revenue.
Yeah.
Right? So please bring us that information.
Okay.
Please write it so that you will not forget. Thank you. Mr. Fatajo, thank you so much for coming. We will call you back.
You're welcome, ma'am.
And please help us get all the books of account that you're keeping with and in relation to the ones that we have asked for this morning.
Madam Chair, just want to bring it to the notice of the witness, if the chair will permit me. Just one issue.
Sir?
Just want to bring to the attention of the witness just one issue. if the
Yes,
chair will
go on,
permit me.
please.
Mr. Fatajo, you are very familiar with the internal audit reports.
Eh?
You are very familiar with the internal audit reports.
Yes.
Yes. You, in fact, made mention of some of these reports. We have the report dated the 19th of April 2022 that you made reference to, and for this particular report is covering January to December 2021. Let me just show you. You are familiar with that?
Council, can we be guided on the audit report, the year?
Yes, Chair. Let me just, I'm trying to get the registrar to, this is the file for the lawyers. I'm trying to get the registrar to bring out the one that is admitted.
I give you my one.
I'm just seeing this report anyway.
You said first time?
Yes, I'm just seeing it.
Now, may you please give me that copy? Let me guide you. It is the one dated the 19th of April 2022. Do the commissioners have their copies? 19th of April 2022.
Yes, let me have my copy back. Inspector Registrar.
Yes. Now, if you look at this third page, it says unreturned invoice books by individual collectors not accounted for. Are you there?
Yes.
You will see your name, number 5, Kemo Fatajo. Is that you?
Yes.
Invoice number 11501 to 11650, not returned. Invoice number 12301 to 12450, not returned. Invoice numbers 25351 to 25450, not returned.
Well, I don't know who generated this particular report, but this is unfounded.
Unfounded?
You cannot get a new invoice book without returning the old one.
Without?
Without returning the used one. From accounts.
You
Because
can't get...
all invoices are kept with accounts.
Yes.
So they will not give you a new invoice book without returning the old one.
That should be the procedure. That what you are saying is should be the procedure, should be the normal way of doing things.
And that's how we are operating.
That's how.
So if they are claiming that this...
That is what should operate. Now, this is the internal audit report.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's another case.
Yeah.
You had relied on the internal audit report previously for the case of, is it your Salifu?
Yes.
Yes. But now it is against you.
But
You don't want to rely on it.
Council, these are two different things. You are comparing two things that are not even compatible. Because
I am comparing oranges with apples.
Excuse me. These are working tools.
Yes.
They are all stored in the account.
Yes.
You cannot get a new invoice book without returning the old ones. So now here they are claiming how many books? 1, 2, 3 books.
How did you detect the suppression of Salifu?
How?
How did you detect Salifu's
I went
cash?
through his cash books and GTRs.
Yes.
So but if these people
No,
are saying...
just wait a minute. Is it not the case that when they go for collection, they go to the cashier and they go to internal audit? They will go to the internal audit and the cashier for all collectors?
Yes.
Is that not how they will, at the end of every week, It's not what the procedure is.
Yes,
That every collector has to go to the cashier and the internal audit for verification.
yes,
Is that not the case?
yes.
So you don't even have to go to the cash books, because they would have easily detected this particular fraud or separation of funds for Salifu.
This, I cannot accept this
No,
as a fraud.
let's forget about yours for now.
Council, to be honest with you, the way we used to operate.
Now let's
council,
forget about yours for now.
You cannot get a new GTR or a new invoice book
And I
without
agree.
returning the used one.
And I agree that's supposed to be the procedure.
And this is how we are operating.
I know. Now let's leave yours for now.
Okay.
You had said that I am comparing two things that are different. Salifu's case and your case. Is that not what you said?
Not in my case as an individual. I'm talking of this report here.
No, I am only particular about your case because you are the one that is here.
Yeah.
The others, Majuba, Ibrahim Njai, Anna Marie Gomez, Ami Sanyang, Abdullah Gay, Danjo Tarawale, Fanta Diba. This goes on. They're not here today. You are the one present, Kemo Fatajo.
Yes,
So we deal with your issue.
of course.
Is that not fair enough?
Yeah, it's fair enough.
And so, you are saying that your case and Salifu's case are different.
Yeah.
Did you not say that?
Yes.
I am saying I see a link. Because in Salifu's case too, there is a procedure to be followed. So when a revenue collector collects revenue, they have it in their cash book. What should they do normally? But what is the procedure to be followed?
When they collect, they come to the receiving cashier and put
Yes.
the money there
Yes.
and do the entries in their
Yes.
cash books, collect the cash book together with the receipt books, then they go to internal auditors for verification.
Why do they go to the auditor for verification?
To confirm that whatever is collected is paid to the...
So Salifu's shortage was not detected at that point?
No, it wasn't.
Exactly. He went and bypassed the radar. That check, that procedure that was laid down, for whatever reason, he bypassed it. And it was not detected. It took an eagle eye, that is you, the manager, to now revisit the cash book and realize that there are shortages. Correct?
Yes,
Is that correct?
yes.
Yes. So just because there is a procedure does not mean it is fraud proof. So your case too, there is a procedure before you issued another set of invoices, you must exhaust one. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
So if you are saying that, then that's okay. That is a procedure. But what has been found by the auditor is different. So that's why I said the two are the same. There's a procedure to be followed, but there are lapses.
Okay.
So what do you say to that?
Of course, I agree with the lapses.
Exactly. So now the two are the same. So now these numbers, these invoice books, were they issued to you?
Yes.
Can you account for it?
I returned these books to them.
To who?
Accounts.
Did you sign against it when you were returning these books?
When you are collecting, you sign.
Yes.
But when you return, the recipient sign that you have returned it.
Where do they sign?
In a choir book.
The choir book.
Yeah. And
Okay.
normally it's returned to...
So we
the
need you
accounts.
to go back and confirm where it was taken from, and when you returned it, the date, and who signed against it, and you give us a further information about this.
Okay.
Would that be a fair
Yes.
request? Fatajo, will that be a fair request?
Yeah, of course it is.
All right. Yes, Madam Chair.
You are done with
Yes.
him for the time being?
Yes, that's all.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Fatajo, for coming. We will be calling you back. So please endeavor to bring us these documents by Thursday. Yes, by Thursday.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You are discharged. Can you please call the next witness?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fatajo.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Can you speak into the mic, please, so that everybody can hear you?
Sure.
Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. What is your religion? What is your religion?
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Can you speak into the mic, please, gentlemen?
Yes.
Okay. In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Yes.
Which one do you want to do? Do you want to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
The Holy Quran, sir.
Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. You hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after me. Okay. I, Lamin Ceesay, do swear that I'll speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ceesay.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming. And you are welcome.
Thank you.
Council, can we please proceed?
Yes, thank you. So witness, please tell the commission your name,
Lamin Ceesay,
your address, sir,
Kotu,
your occupation.
Okay.
I work as an IT technician,
An IT technician. Where do you work?
Matrix Solutions.
Matrix Solutions.
Yes, sir.
And what is Matrix Solutions?
We are an IT service provider. Mainly, we build computer applications.
Computer?
Applications.
Where's your office?
Canifing.
Is it a company or sole proprietorship?
Say that again.
Is it a company, a limited liability company?
It's a company.
It's a limited liability company. Do you know the shareholders? Do you know the shareholders?
No, sir.
You're not sure?
No.
Are you employed by Matrix?
Yes, I am.
Since when?
Close to 8 years now.
8 years.
Yes.
Who are the owners of Matrix Solutions?
Sir?
Who are the owners?
Mr. Amadou Jallo
Amadou Jallo,
and Mr. Basiru Momodou Conte.
Basiru Conte.
Yes.
Are they here in this country?
Yes, they are.
Do they work for the company or do they work somewhere else?
They work for the company.
For?
They work for the company.
They work for the company.
Yes.
In what capacity?
Mr. Jallo is the head of operations, and Mr. Momodou Conte works as a consultant on computer systems development.
And how about you?
I supervise a team of developers.
How many?
There's currently 6 of us.
All right. You recall giving a statement to the investigators?
Yes, sometime last year.
Yes, that will be on the 14th of July 2023. I believe you have a copy?
Yes,
Right. Is that accurate, sir?
yes, it is.
We will show you the statement. We will need you to confirm whether that is a statement that was obtained from you by the investigators, sir.
Yes, it is.
We apply to tender a statement from Lamin Ceesay, the witness. Address Kotu, date 14th of July 2023. It is identified by the witness into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement dated the 14th of July 2023, made by the witness Mr. Lamin Ceesay, is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/LC in brackets 1/KMC/001.
As the commission places. Now, Mr. Ceesay, what is your educational background?
I attended Methodist Primary School for primary education.
Which year is that?
Oh God, now you're reminding me how old I am. I'll have to supply you with those dates. Then I proceeded to St. Augustine's High
I
School.
can't hear what you said earlier.
Said if you needed the dates, I'll supply you with those, but I can't remember.
You can't recall the date?
No, I can't. It's been
proceed,
a long
please.
time ago. Then I attended St. Augustine's for O-levels, then Gambia High School for A-levels, then Southern Polytechnic State University in Marietta, Georgia, USA for undergrad and graduate school.
Which year was this?
2001, 2002.
Undergrad in what? Which area?
Graduate
Yes.
systems administration, computer systems administration.
All right. Now, we are particularly interested in the metric system.
Okay.
You have, do I call it a contract, or probably you have some kind of a business relationship with K.M.C. Is that correct?
Yes.
What can you tell us about this business relationship you've had with, or you still have with K.M.C.?
We developed a database application for them.
When was this?
Back in 2017, 2018, to manage their property rates system.
To manage property rate system.
Right, and a receipting system to manage payments on invoices drawn against the property management system.
Yes. Proceed, please.
Yeah, those are the 2 areas we.
These are the 2 areas. Number 1 is the database is to manage the property rate system, and number 2?
Yes, which keeps the property details and what properties are assessed and the invoices raised against those properties.
Yes. And I heard you talk about the receipting system.
Yes, and that's recent, because what used to happen was they would generate invoices and present to property owners and collect physical cash for those invoices. But we digitized the process where you can go to the council or to some of the affiliated banks and make payments, and an electronic receipt would be automatically generated for you. Thus, your account would be automatically updated.
Now, how many people were trained on this, KMC?
I would say close to 15 people.
May you kindly increase your voice, sir?
I would say about close to 15 people.
15 people.
And that's an estimate.
Do you have the list of the trainees?
No.
Why is that?
I I didn't think I would need that.
Now, would you have the list in your office?
Somewhere, yes, we should.
Now, who run this database in its actual operation in council?
Who runs it?
Yeah, I mean, who has the user rights?
Oh, they do. We created the system, and we perform maintenances on it and upgrades. But user rights and which users can access the application is up to the council. We don't manage that.
Is there any way that you have access or control or monitor the system from your office?
No, sir.
There is no way you can control the system. There is no way you can access the system.
No. Whenever a need arises for that, we have to go to the council, and because they have to formalize that we are at the council for a certain operation with the system. So we don't remotely or we cannot access the system without their approval.
But you can access it with their authority?
Yes.
And can you do this remotely?
Yes.
In your office?
Yes.
You can do this remotely?
Yes.
And how is it possible that if you can access it remotely with their permission, that you can't access it without their permission? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
How is it possible that if you can access the system remotely,
yes,
with their permission,
yes,
that you cannot access it without their permission? How did you develop the system to give them the absolute user rights so that they can shut down everyone, including you, the system developer, so that if you have to access it in your office, you have to get permission? I don't know whether I am very clear.
Because the remote connection is enabled at the council. So I or anyone in my office couldn't remotely connect without them initiating the connection.
Now, at the stage that you were setting up the system in K.M.C,
yes,
would you not be on the ground for the first trial phase to actually sign in or help the individuals that will have user rights to actually log in and have their own passwords, if any?
You mean during training?
No, at the period that it was launched. And would you not have a list of the people that, let's say, for example, Director of Finance, and how do you help them get in the system to have user rights? Would you not be the one to set it up?
Yes.
And would you have the list of the people that initially had access to the system?
Yes.
You have the list?
We should have that list, because that's part of the implementation process.
Yes, we will need you to provide us with that initial list first.
Okay. Sure.
Now, can they change that list? Can they upgrade that list? For instance, if there's a new Director of Finance and the Director of Finance has to now have user rights, what do they do?
They can do that among themselves. They don't have to contact me for that.
So if they need to add new users in the system, they don't even have to contact you at all?
No.
If we ask you to do a presentation here, would you be able to do that to guide the Commission in relation to how, what the system is all about and how this receipting or how it operates?
You mean right now?
Not right now.
Oh, yes, sure.
Would you be able to do that if we had to schedule you to come up with the necessary equipment to run some kind of
a demo?
A demo to show the commissioners how it is done. You will be able to do that? I
would be delighted to do that.
We have an instance where there were deletion before that. Are there questions in relation to this system, Madam Chairperson? To ask.
Do you have the agreement? You have a copy of the agreement?
Agreement?
The agreement between KMC and Metric Solution?
No, I don't have that.
Please note that next time you are coming, you bring us. Please bring that tomorrow. The agreement.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you may proceed.
Now, in your statement, you said that, I believe the third line, the application has two different access rights.
Yes.
Application and page level. What is this?
It's just computer jargon for application, meaning you have to be a user to log into the system.
Yes.
Page level only means that what you can do in the application is restricted to certain pages, meaning if you're a cashier, you don't have access to user rights, something like that.
All right. I believe this will be clear when you come back proper to give us a demonstration.
Yes.
And you went forward to say that the application does not have a delete facility. It is not the responsibility of Matrix Solutions. Decide for council who should be in charge of access rights. You've already said this. Now, what do you mean when you say it doesn't have a delete facility?
Right. The investigators wanted to know how you can delete records from either application.
Yes.
And I tried to be unequivocal that...
You tried to be?
To be clear.
Yes.
That there isn't a delete functionality in the system.
Okay.
You couldn't delete a record in the system.
Can you erase a record?
Well, without going into technicalities, erase and delete are kind of the same. No, you can't.
But we have to be clear, because what we have is, let me read for you, that on page, the audit report, Carnegie Municipal Council, the financial statement and reports for the year ended 31st December 2021, on page 71, we have an issue. And it says the heading, deletion of rates transactions. Correct? It says we noted suspected fraud of an amount of $297,941 bottles in respect to rates for the year 2020. Now, these were deleted transactions from the Matrix data system, which resulted to non-banking of these transactions as per memo dated so and so. A task force was set up by the council to investigate the matter, but no investigation report was provided, and this goes on. So the following, yeah, there's a table. It says the date 29th of June 2020, there was a receipt number of 27383, the property name, Mr. Rachwani, the address, Carnegie Industrial Area, access number, K.M.C. 280101001, capital A, the amount, $91,872.37 butut. So that's the information. And this goes on, and that's the amount in total, $297,941.43 bututs. Now, you are saying there is no delete facility
in the application?
Yes.
Yes.
So how is this possible? What they are trying to say here, what do you understand from what the auditor is trying to say?
Right. And your question was, could you delete records from the application? And the answer to that is no.
Yes.
So it just so happens that during that day's reconciliation,
yes,
an oddity was caught in the transaction listing of that day.
Please come again.
There was a jump in sequencing of the receipts,
yes,
on the transaction listing,
yes,
while they were trying to reconcile that day's taking.
Yes.
And a request was made to us to look into it because the gentleman thought that there was a problem with the application. So we went to the council to look into the matter, and we concluded that there was no problem with the receipting system. And we proceeded to audit the database. And during that audit, we realized that certain receipt records that were supposed to be on the transaction listing were not there. And the audit trails...
Sorry, let me intervene here. I am just been told that it's 1 o'clock. Let us stop here. Please note where he has stopped, because the RTS is not airing this thing live.
Thank you.
So we will come back after lunch break. Mr. Ceesay.
Thank you.
All right. Registrar, can you please take this exhibit? We may rise.
how are you? So nekkee fële da nga dee foog ne da ngaa dugg si jaar nii dugg nii ma dugg si fii rek ne ne xaj ah yeah ma nga ne ma dugg si rek ne waaw